Hello, ladies, and welcome back to my naughty little channel. How are you feeling today? Let me know down below, and then I want to introduce part 2 of my new series, Things That Trigger Level Down Women About Exoticals. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. So in this episode, I'll really be talking about like the first thing. Last episode was the introduction, but technically first thing they hate, part 2 of the series. Keep up. This is going to be the first thing level down women hate about you. Class is in session. So, level down women hate having a lack of access to you. Level down women want access to you for one of a few different reasons. So, number one, just like a man, they want to benefit from proximity to you. You know how with men, sometimes he's just like the regular, most average guy. No girl has ever paid attention to him. But now, oh, sorry, that's my cat in the background. But because of intermate competition, you know, everybody, after you've dated a guy, all of a sudden, he's the hottest guy walking down the street. All of a sudden, all the girls who are like silently comparing themselves to you, they're giving your ex attention. It's like, well, I just want to screw her husband. I want to screw her ex. I want to see if, if her ex would be attracted to me too. I wonder if he would sleep with me too. Men know that women, sometimes insecure women, will do this. And so they want to benefit from proximity to you. They're not trying to date you sometimes. They just want to be able to show other women that they could date you, if you get what I'm saying. Level down women operate very similarly. They just want to be associated with the pretty girl. And this is because when you're the pretty girl, you have the halo effect. People just automatically assume better things about you because it's like, well, damn, she's just so beautiful. She's just so fine. What's the worst thing that could happen if we hire her? What's the worst thing that could happen if we give her this opportunity or have her be the spokesperson for us? I'm sure she'd make us look amazing. You're just overall a pleasant experience for people's senses. They want to look at you. They want to hear you talk. They want to hear your voice. They just want to breathe your air. They want to lick your shoulder. Exoticals United just shared a very interesting story time where an exotical was talking about being paid to allow a man into her presence for the day. And oh my God, something like this has happened to me too. So be sure to watch her new video. I want to say the thumbnail is like a toothless, crazy looking man. Um, Give a look or have a look at that episode if you've been through something like that before too, and you're just like, am I crazy? Like, am I dreaming? Why is this happening to me? Did this guy really just pay me for it? Yes, watch the video because you're not the only one who's been through it. You're not alone. You're not crazy. And she just shared an exotical story time about that, so be sure to check that out. But level down women, they just want a piece of that action that you've got. This is especially true when you interact with level down women in person because they see how people are reacting to you. And in person, people are actually being able to smell you. They're actually able to hear your voice. They can see your soft sand colored skin or your gorgeous gingerbread colored skin. They love anticipating your next outfit or your hairstyle. I've noticed this. So I'm currently watching Gossip Girl for the first time ever due to high praises in our community. Have you ever watched it? Don't spoil anything because I'm only on, like, I think I'm midway through season 2, loving it so far. Oh my gosh. Can't believe I never watched it, honestly. If you have watched it before, comment below who's your favorite character. Right now, I'm loving Serena. She hasn't always been my favorite person, but I liked Dan for a bit. But now he's starting to kind of just like piss me off in certain ways. And Blair, I don't know, we have a strange relationship. It's like I like Blair, but I like bad Blair. But then sometimes she also just like, I don't know, she fixates on strange things to me sometimes, but I think she's psychologically an interesting character. Same with Chuck. Also really like Chuck. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. Let's say comment down below your favorite character if you've seen it. If you've seen the show though, or literally any high school show or something like that that talks about like social hierarchy and stuff in like in a high school, um, there's always like the pretty girl or the queen bee, the popular girl headquarter or whatever. Like we eat lunch over here, we do whatever. So if you've seen Gossip Girl, you know how the steps at the Constance Billard School are significant because that's where the queen bee and her minions meet, right? I'm gonna bring this all together. That's where they get their minion assignments and they plan the queen bee's outfits, they plan her hair, they go get her lattes, they pick up her dog from the groomer, they sew her dresses by hand, or they pick up her dry cleaning. That's where they get all their little minion assignments, right? And a lot of them they just want to be minions in hopes of if she ever gets taken down, I will have access to the top and I'll be able to be the new queen bee. Most exoticals, you're not even trying to be a queen bee. People just pedestalize you and you're just living, you're just existing, you're just being beautiful and talented and smart and an exotical. And people are like, we worship you now. We fall at your feet. Now they want to put you on a pedestal. They want to analyze you. Men want to date you. Women want to be you. But I feel like leveled down women are thirsting to be your minion. And when you aren't on that type of time, like you're just, like I said, they want access to you. And the minions often have a very high level of access to the pretty girl or the queen bee. So when you're like, I don't need you to be my minion. I don't want a minion. Um, and you prefer to have a little bit more privacy. They have an issue with that because the way they see it is like there's queen bee at the top, like first place. The minions get to be like second place. They're really close. They're just a step below first place, and then everybody else is like on the bottom at the third place. They have hierarchy thinking, right? Because they're leveled down. And so when you are not allowing there to be like that second place, that spot for the queen bee's inner circle of the minions that she just tells all of her freaking business to. Like, we don't want to tell all of our business to people, especially level down women. A lot of times when we are vulnerable and we are sharing certain things, we're swapping our secret beauty secrets and just what we have going on, our weight loss, our what we do to keep our skin so beautiful and stuff like that. We're usually doing that in a more exclusive space with girls who are also pretty, who are also contributing tips. We're not just sitting there being people's free beauty guru, our people's free fitness coach or free life coach. We're talking, vulnerably amongst like-minded women who are not like-minded. They don't want to contribute and say, oh well, this is what I do for my weight loss, oh this is what I do for my skin, because you're not trying to have your body look like them. You don't want their you don't want tips on how to be shaped like a bowling ball. You don't want tips on how to be shaped like a beluga whale. You don't want to try and figure out how to give your skin hyperpigmentation or bigger pores or dry patches or something like that. Like, you're not trying to take tips from the leveled down woman. You're not trying to figure out, relationship advice from them. How do I get cheated on? How do I stay in a miserable relationship like you? How do I trick on subpar men? How do I become big money? You're not trying to figure out those things, so they don't have anything to contribute to make it more of like a symbiotic relationship. That's what we have in the exotical space. We have a symbiotic relationship with each other. um you know I will learn some like a new recipe from somebody in the exotical space, and then I'll be like, oh, and this is how I've done my hair, this is how this is what's worked for me for weight loss, this is what's worked for me for my skin or something. I saw somebody else try this who's hella beautiful, even though I haven't tried it myself. So since you asked about this, let me just drop this here. We're sharing information amongst each other, because another thing with level down women is they're not even in the spaces to where they're picking up on beauty tips to even give ones that they don't use themselves. In the exotical space, we might even be like, I don't use this, I've never tried this, but because I'm concerned with leveling up, My algorithm shows me beauty tips all the time. My mother taught me this. My grandmother taught me this. I have leveled up friends of different cultures and they taught me this. Over in Korea, they do this for their skin. This is what I learned. Oh, this is an ancient Chinese secret. This is a Guyanese secret or something like that. And I'm going to share this back with you. That's what we have. It's symbiosis. We both benefit from the relationship. With the minions, I guess they kind of are contributing a benefit to like a queen bee, where the queen bee is like the top and she gives them purpose and stuff like that, and they like do her dirty work. But some of us aren't trying to like do all that. We don't want that social hierarchy. We're just pedestalized, we're enjoying our pedestal, we're capitalizing off of our pedestal, and we're like, okay, other people are responsible for their position in society and in life, so they do what they have to do. We're not trying to create this second step. We're not creating this inner circle of minions to go do our dirty work. And so when we don't have a minion slot to fill, there's a lack of access, that the level down women will have. And it makes them just ball up their fists like that Arthur beam. They can't stand it. Because something I've noticed in Gossip Girl is whenever something's wrong with the queen, like she's out of it, she went through a bad breakup, they think she fell off, they think she moved. There's always somebody else who's trying to take over. They're like, well, I'm the new queen, or I'm the opposite queen. I'm the, what do they call it, like a faction or something? I might be saying that word wrong, but I think of a faction, like people breaking away from a bigger group. They're like, oh, well, I'm the queen of like the 2.0 popular group or something like that. Like it's always, that's what they want. That's how they see their life going. They don't have leveled up, they don't have pretty girl hobbies. They don't have things to do. They're just like, okay, I'm going to be Exotical's minion, and then I'm going to try and get Exoticals to fall off, and then I'm going to be the new Exotical. Because the thing is, with leveled down women and women who are like unambiguous, they don't want you to be proud of anything that you have, your multiculturalism, your beautiful skin, your beautiful hair, your features, but in secret, even our thin privilege, our exotical tax, they're trying to get some too. They're trying to become multicultural and divest. They are getting surgeries or fillers or whatever. They're getting their weave together. Unambiguous dark skinned black women, they want to look like dark skinned exoticals. They want access to dark skin exoticals, especially. They want to keep dark skin exoticals thinking that they are unambiguous dark skinned black women, because then they can claim your wins as their own. So even though in real life, unambiguous dark skinned black women are constantly treating they the reason we group dark skin exoticals in with us is because they get the same treatment as us. Like their dark skin is not holding them back from being pedestalized, from having their experiences be invalidated by the black empowerment space and everything. You guys are all dark skinned until you want to talk about what you've gone through, and then it's like, oh, but you're pretty. Oh, but you have eyes from this place. Oh, but you don't have 4C hair though. They're gonna do the same thing to you. They do the same thing to dark skin exoticals, which is why so many of them, they don't feel like our sidekicks. They actually just identify with us. We don't have hierarchy thinking over here. They actually just feel like embraced over here and at home because they can relate to our experiences. So in my videos, because I'm light skinned, of course I talk about light skin a lot, but if you're a dark skin exotica watching my content is for you too. Just swap out whatever pedestalized thing you have, what feature you have, whatever thing unambiguous people use to try to invalidate your pain and your struggles. Every time I say light skin, you say that. Say your nose. Say, oh, your eyes, oh, your hair. Whatever it is that they keep using to basically tell you that you are an exotical. Your pain, exotical is basically, your pain's not that bad because of how you, sorry, I had to give a kiss, but because of how you benefit from this ism. Your pain's not that bad. You benefit from texturism. So blah blah blah. We don't want to hear it. We're at the bottom of society. You're not quite at the bottom because your hair's not 4C. You're not quite at the bottom because look at your features. So shut up. Yeah, they're gonna treat dark skin exoticals the same way, which is why we keep them over here to, give them strength in numbers so you don't have to deal with that bullshit anymore. But Yeah, they want access especially to you because they're over there. They're trying to get weave to look like dark skin exoticals. They want to get nose jobs and get, which I'm not anti-surgery. Instead of hating on the girl who looks the way you want, I'd rather you just try to look like her. I'd much rather a girl just bleach her. I shouldn't say this, but I'd rather you bleach her skin, get a nose job, get some weave or whatever, and become the girl that you want to look like instead of disparaging the women who actually look like instead of hating on Latinas, just go get a doctor and try to look like a Latina. Instead of hating on Blasian women, just try to look like them. That's what I'd rather unambiguous people look like. Because over here, I may not have certain admixtures and stuff. My background is a very, specific mix of stuff. But if there's women that I always get told that I look like, I start not caping for them, but I'm like, sometimes when people don't know you very much, they may group you in with a Latina. They may think you're that, or they may think that you're Blasian, or they may think that you're half black and white or something. In general, when it comes to exotical space, I don't prioritize and put my, my ethnic background on like a a pedestal. I don't feel like, oh, my ethnic background is the best. And if you have a different mix, it's not as good as us because I'm just winning. I'm just all about exoticals because it's like all throughout we can relate to each other. We're getting mistaken for each other. When people are talking about one of us, they're dang near talking about all of us. So, I don't feel like that. But because of that, like when I see another woman, I'm like, I don't understand, why would you be a hater when you can be motivated? Like, oh dang, her ass is fat, let me go get my ass fatter, instead of being like, oh, I hate bitches with fat asses. Why not just get a fatter ass? I hate bitches that who do the Douyin makeup or whatever. I hate, they look so fucking cute. I hate that. Why not just go learn how to do it yourself? Like, why would you not just get inspired and be like, oh, let me try and do that too? And then I'll even sometimes, a lot of times, I'll tell the girl, like, oh my God, you did this so well. You encouraged me to do this. Like, keep up the good work. A lot of times I'll be like that if I remember. But they don't think like that. They'd rather hate on you. They want you to give up your privileges because they think that they'll like get them in lieu of you. I don't really know. They think that like you have a will, a privilege will. And it's like, if the exoticals stop taking all the roles in Hollywood, then they'll have no choice but to give the roles to us. As which that's not how it works. It's like if Zendaya turns it down, then they're gonna give it to, what's her name, Justine Smollett or something. If she turns it down, they're gonna give it to Beyonce. If she turns it down, they're gonna give it to like, you want all of us to be broke and none of us can take the role, none of us can have privilege. That's crazy. But moving on, the second reason they hate their lack of access to you is they want to gain power over you. And I was just talking about celebrities. This is kind of where that goes, the way we always talk about how exoticals get treated like celebrities. They want your insider secrets because you're a person you're prominent in your town, in your city, in your job, in your office, wherever. They want more social power than you. Contrary to what they're always trying to tell us, they don't actually care about social justice usually. They're just using their victim mentality to try and fail to social climb. As Exoticals United says all the time, it's a bad social climbing strategy, but they're dedicated to it, so they're going to keep doing it apparently. And because they just want more social status, one way that they'll try to get it in their sick and twisted, crusty and dusty minds is through you. They want access to your triggers, your fears, your insecurities, and your weaknesses. They want the power to blackmail you, to manipulate you, or to isolate you. Because exoticals are basically celebrities, people care about the intimate details of our lives. Level down women especially. This Another reason that they want, like, another way in which they want this power over you is they want to be able to invalidate the praise you receive. So whenever somebody's giving you praise based on something, they want to have close enough access to you to try and be able to influence, either behind your back or in front of you, how that praise should not have been given, and the person should not want to give you that praise, I guess they should be like, oh, I was going to say you were such and such, but this lower down woman actually let me know that you're actually a bad girl, or she actually let me know you're wearing weave, or she actually let me know, like, I was going to tell you you're so competent and you're so smart, but she actually let me know about this social mistake you made before, or about this guy that you dated, and I see that you are not a perfect exotical, and so now I'm not going to actually give you this praise. Now I'm actually not going to give you this pedestal because this lower down woman, she was just being a good little diligent reporter on celebrity exotical's life. When it's praise based on your attractiveness, they want the power to expose that you're wearing contacts or you're wearing makeup as if it's like top secret information. It's like the thing is, no one asks them if their hair is real because nobody's trying to mimic them. No one wants to look like them. They don't even want to look like themselves. No one is putting them on a magazine unless it's a sob story or they're virtue signaling, trying to get people's money, trying to play at their heartstrings. Look at how we care about this destitute, level down women. We're running a story about this. Look at our goodwill. No one cares who they've been out to lunch with because they aren't on a pedestal. We are. We take more social risks. In general, we are typically braver and we have more social opportunities afforded to us because we just earn them. We earn them by maintaining our beauty, typically that we are born with. It takes a lot of beauty maintenance to, certain things. And especially when you have people constantly try, like 9 times out of 10 in your everyday life, you're going to come like the average person wants to take you down a notch. You have to actually really carefully curate a friend group, an environment for yourself that is actually women who also want to level up and are encouraging you. Before joining the exotical space, just the average person I would interact with would, they want you to cheat on your diet. They want you to fall off. They want you to not get the praise or the compliments because that's why they're average people are not leveled up. The average person's not leveled up. So when you're leveling up, the average person doesn't want you to. They don't want you to. It's a lot of work having to deal with your fat coworkers or your fat mama, your fat big mama, or your cousins or whoever who are always hating on you and always want to make a comment about, ooh, why you trying your makeup like that? Ooh, why you doing that? That's white people shit. Ooh, why you eating that? That's eating like a rabbit. Ooh, why you think you can try that career? No, you can't succeed at that. Ooh, why you wearing them lashes? Ooh, why you wearing that weave? Ooh, why you doing, like, they're so concerned with you because you're on a pedestal. Nobody is concerned with them. If anything, when people are looking at their hairstyle, they're just like, oh my God, maybe if I save up, I could do, or maybe if I contact one of those stylists that make those videos where they take like a homeless person and transform them, maybe I could gift this level down woman with that because like that's the only reason people are looking at them and their features and what they have going on because they feel bad for them. They're like, damn, you're still in that like that miserable, dusty relationship. Damn, you're still wearing that dusty auntie wig. Damn, you still have a dusty body. Like that's what people are looking at. Nobody's trying to get their beauty secrets. They don't have any. It's just, the secret is out. The secret is out that they're ugly and that they're fat and they're level down and they're dusty. That's their secret. Their biggest secret is that they don't want to actually be. That's their biggest secret, if anything. Not only just our beauty is how we earn these more social opportunities that people are always complaining about, but we also develop charisma and competence. Our energy is on point. We don't go into every room and say, oh, we're at the bottom of society and everybody's going to be racist and texturous and featurous, and then project out that we're going to be rejected and then confirm what we already assumed what was going to happen by having no social etiquette and things like that, and then blaming it on colorism. No, you're just a fucking weirdo. Nobody's colorist. Not saying nobody's colorist, but 9 times out of 10, that's actually not what it is. Since exoticals are basically public figures, level down women want access to you so they can say, I know who exotical is dating. I know what mistakes exotical has made. I know whether exoticals are wearing extensions. I know what they use on their real hair. Just like with Beyonce, Beyonce has to show you her scalp, or we're curious about, is Beyonce's hair real or fake and what does she use on her hair? Oh, it's the same thing for you. Anytime you see an exotical celebrity being put on a pedestal, just subconsciously know that level down women in your life are looking at you the same way. They want you to part your hair down to the scalp. They want to know. If you get compliments on your body, they want access to you to see what you're doing, and they want to be able to have the influence over your perception to make it seem like, um, I know you were going to compliment her body, but of course, because she's fat, she's always going to feel like whatever you do is overly extreme measures. Um, and they also aren't a big fan of like actually achieving their desires. They'd rather hate on girls who get lipo or something, or girls who are just snatched, than just becoming a girl who's snatched. So, they want to expose if you had surgery. They want to expose how many calories you eat in a day and make it seem like you're starving yourself. They want to speculate that you've had a rib removed or convince people that you have, all because you eat green things and you have discipline. You get all this hate. If you get compliments on your hair, they'll say, "Oh, but her hair is dyed." They literally want to say that your hair is dyed. Like, that's such a weird thing to feel like you're exposing about somebody. Like, they want it, like, because they pedestalize. A lot of times people will pedestalize, like, for example, like natural blonde hair or natural certain color hair or whatever. So if you're getting a pedestal based on your hair being a certain type of color, they want to say that, like, "Oh, don't give her a compliment because her hair is dyed, it's straightened, it's extensions. That's not her natural haircut. She wasn't born with a wolf cut. She wasn't born with a bob, She wasn't born with layers, so don't give her a compliment." They actually don't have anything better to do. They literally would rather just try. And you know how people, I don't know what I can say on YouTube and what I can't. I'll spell it like cock-a-doodle-doo block. Maybe I'll say it like that. They want a compliment block instead of just worrying about their own dusty life. They can't even live their life because they're too focused on trying to gain access to yours. But what do you think, ladies? Have you ever noticed leveled down women's obsession with having access to exoticals? Let me know in the comments below. And speaking of being obsessed, I am obsessed with my 183 subscribers. Hi, gorgeous. And I need you to use your smarticles to help me pick a name for my corner of the internet. So right now, I have a poll up and we are voting on a name. We're voting right now between the Worldies or the Wymanati or something else. If you have an idea inside your big beautiful brain, drop it down below. You can even go over to the post and put it there. I'll probably solidify a name sometime next month, so I want more of you, a higher percentage of you, to chime in, because I don't want to get stuck with the name and then you all hate it. So just don't be shy. Let me know what you're thinking. No wrong answers. Until next time, ladies, eyes on the prize.